Ukraine was expecting that this would happen in retaliation for these attacks in the Black Sea.
Let's go to Ukraine now, where a fresh wave of Russian missile attacks was reported across the country, including in the capital, Kyiv, overnight. The strikes reportedly caused cuts to power and water supplies. Askold Krushelnycky is there for us in Ukraine. Askold, what can you tell us?
Well, as you said, that there was a big wave of missile strikes this morning, probably in retaliation for Ukraine hitting up to 4 Russian Black Sea Fleet vessels using seaborne drones and air drones. But Kyiv was hit, and some difficult to quickly repair infrastructure was hit, and it'll be quite a few days before water and electricity is supplied to much of the city. The mayor's talking about 80% of the water supplies being stopped, being unavailable. But other cities were also hit in northeast of the country, Kharkiv, in the south, Zaporizhia. And I'm talking to you from Lviv, and there were air raid sirens that went off here, and at least one rocket was shot down, possibly two that were heading in this direction. Another rocket was shot down in Ukraine, but it fell into neighboring Moldova. But luckily, nobody was hurt there. But Ukraine was expecting that this would happen in retaliation for these attacks in the Black Sea. But also, intelligence and analysts had predicted that there would be follow-up strikes on electricity substations and other utilities infrastructure to maybe even catch repair workers who were repairing these places, which were hit about 2 weeks ago for the first time, 3 weeks ago.
This is obviously a sign of increased Russian aggression. You talked about the Black Sea. We also had the news over the weekend of Russia pulling out the Black Sea grain deal, which actually had allowed quite a lot of grain, food supplies out of Ukraine. What's the latest on that? Is there any prospect of the deal being repaired, restored?
Well, obviously, people do hope it'll be restored. Ukrainian farmers hope it'll be restored, but the UN, other international bodies who follow the lack of food and starvation, which this could cause, and has already caused in parts of Africa and Asia, where Ukrainian grain exports are critical to being able to feed people. And so when this agreement was brokered in the summer, many Ukrainians thought it would only be a matter of time before the Russians found an excuse to pull out of it. An excuse they're using is that their Black Sea Fleet, which is a military fleet, was attacked, but they're saying it's vital for protecting Ukrainian ships, or making sure that they're sticking to safe or agreed sea corridors. But it just looks like the Russians have been looking for an excuse to pull out of this agreement, because they feel it's another way of putting pressure on Ukraine, which is supposed to be feeding lots of impoverished parts of the world, and isn't able to.
Askold, really good to speak to you. Stay safe. That's Askold Krushelnycky there reporting for us.